Everyone, my name is Rachel. I am a product manager here at OpenPhone, and I lead the development of the public API. And today I'm really excited to walk you through the first initial steps of getting set up with the API and hopefully get you started and on your journey with development. So the first thing that you'll need to do is make sure that you're logged in to your OpenPhone workspace. And we have a new tab here under Settings and then Workspace. All the way down here is API. Now, a note is you will definitely need to be either an owner or an admin in order to access this tab. And this is where you can start generating your API keys. And as you can see, the team and I have several keys at play here since we've been hard at work testing and developing this for everyone to use. But I'm going to go ahead and generate a new key, and I'll call this Rachel's demo. And I'll go ahead and create the key. So you can go ahead and see that I have my new key down here at the bottom of the screen. And if I hover over the key, the characters will reveal themselves to me. I can go ahead and click to copy. And then over here, I can also choose to regenerate or delete the key if I would like to revoke it. All right, now that I have my key and I have it copied to my clipboard, I'm going to come back here and go to View API Docs. So this is where our API reference lives and where you can start to see some development guides, step-by-step tutorials on how to get started, and of course, our reference for each of our endpoints that are currently live. So under authentication, you'll see the steps that I just walked through, which includes how to generate the API key and specifics about how to revoke them, best security practices. But today, I'm most interested in walking you through how to send your first text message through the API. Now, a brief note is you will need to be carrier registered if you plan to message US numbers. But to get started, I'm going to go ahead and come down here to our endpoint called list phone numbers. Great. So I am going to use a really great feature of our docs, which is you can make calls directly from here to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and paste my authorization string in the docs. And I have no other input parameters to get list phone numbers, so I'm going to go ahead and send it. Cool, so we got a 200 back. And now I have details about my workspace and the phone numbers associated with them. So the reason why I want to make this call to list phone numbers is to gather information like phone number ID and user ID. So you can see in the structure, we have the primary numbers and then the users associated with those numbers and their IDs. So I'm going to go ahead and find the number that I want to send a message from. I want to send a message from my shared phone number. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this ID, and I'll store it in my Notes app. And then I'm also going to grab a user ID. Let's go ahead and grab my user ID. So now I have all the information that I need to go ahead and get started and to send my first text message. So I'm going to come over here to post send a text message. My authorization string has carried over here, and then I'm going to fill out this request body. So I'm going to say hello from OpenPhone. And then the required field from can either accept the phone number ID that we just collected from get list phone numbers, or you can input the E164 format of the number itself. I'm going to go ahead and use the phone number ID and then my to number. And then optionally, I can also provide a user ID if I want to specify that this message is coming from a particular user in my workspace and see that in OpenPhone. Great, so we're all ready to make our first call. And I'm going to come up here and say send. Great, so we got a 202 accepted. And then if I come back to my workspace, go to shared, I can see that this number correctly sent to the correct number. It's associated with me as an account, and the message has appeared, and I also just received it. Great, so let's go back to our docs for a second. And let's talk about some things like rate limits and what you can expect for other use cases that are supported in the API. So currently we can support up to 10 requests per second per workspace. If you do exceed that limit, you will receive a 429 error code in your responses. So just be mindful of that. And if you do repeatedly encounter this error, you can email us at support+developers@openphone.com, and we can talk about increasing your rate limit. So besides automating messages, which is a great feature of this API, we also have several other really great workflows that are supported through the API. So the first one is you can now programmatically export your call summaries and transcripts from OpenPhone into your external platforms. A lot of great implications of these features, using the transcripts to pass them into an LLM like ChatGPT or Claude to generate responses to your users. If you'd like to also have a system of record for your call summaries, you're also able to do that. And then you're also able to create and keep contacts in sync in OpenPhone from an external source like your CRM. So using the following endpoints like get contact custom fields, create a contact, delete a contact, and update a contact, you're able to systematically create contacts in OpenPhone from your CRM, make sure that they're continuously updated, and delete them if necessary. And finally, we have a variety of webhooks that are available through the API to allow you to, in real time, export information from OpenPhone into your external platforms. So if you would like to keep a detailed record in your CRM about your call and message logs, the create a new webhook for messages and create a new webhook for calls will be the endpoints for you. Similarly, there are webhooks for summaries and transcripts if you would also like to keep a record for that. And finally, you can get and list all webhooks and have very easy management of your webhooks through these endpoints. Great, so that is the general overview of the API. The rest of the team will be giving more detailed documentation and demos of how to set up these particular workflows, and they will take it from there. Thanks.